इस कंपनी में अब एक नया कंपनी क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ। लॉयल्टी पॉइंट कैलकुलेशन और लॉयल्टी पॉइंट रिडीमिंग दोनों को भी दिखाने के लिए एक रिक्वेस्ट था मेरे पास। उस रिक्वेस्ट का हिसाब से सारा सीक्वल कोडिंग कर चुका है। प्रोसेस तो बहुत सिंपल है। अब एड्रेस तो फीड कर रहा हूँ, न्यू कॉलोनी, नियर टैंक बंड रोड बैंगलोर। ठीक है, ये तो एड्रेस, ये एड्रेस गिड्रेस इसके बारे में ज़्यादा फिक्र मत करो, क्योंकि ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट मुझे पूछा है वो कॉन्सेप्ट एनेबल करने के लिए किया था। अब तो कंपनी क्रिएट हो रहा है। कंपनी जिस नंबर मुझे पार्टी ने नहीं दिया है, टेलीफोन नंबर और ईमेल एड्रेस नहीं दिया है, वो बाद में मैं मेरा टेलीफोन नंबर, मेरा ईमेल आईडी डाल देता हूँ यहाँ पे। ये तो 18.23 वर्जन है, ओल्ड वर्जन है। अब कंपनी तो क्रिएट हो गया। कंपनी क्रिएट होते ही अकाउंट्स पे आता हूँ। यहाँ पे आके टारगेट, अब डाटा इंपोर्ट कर देता हूँ मैं एक्सेल से। एक्सेल शीट तो मेरे पास है ऑलरेडी। इतना ही एक्सेल शीट से आइटम कॉन्फ़िगरेशन को ऐड न्यू कर देता हूँ। यहाँ पे एक्सेल शीट में जो फील्ड्स है उसको अंदर लेने के लिए अब यहाँ से लेता हूँ आइटम अलियास। नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू सेलेक्ट आइटम प्रिंट नेम. Print name is at C, then item group D. So I'm searching for item group, item main unit. That doesn't matter whether you take maybe somewhere, but it is there in the Excel sheet. So you can select any item and any category, and according to that you can fix the corresponding Excel sheet. Now unit is at G, main unit is at G. Yes, of course. Item sales price is at no, it is not D. Item sales price is at I. Then from the Excel sheet, purchase price, that I'm going to check it at J. Purchase price is available at J. So I will import the data from the J column of this Excel sheet. The item MRP is available at K column of Excel sheet. Then tax category name, item underscore group. Item group name of that particular group is at E. So that is at from field E. Then opening stock main quantity. Opening stock main quantity is at H. Oh, I made a mistake, I think. Okay, even if it is a mistake, that I have to correct it, and I will correct it using modify existing masters. I will correct that using modify existing masters. Now item stock opening amount, that is corresponding to H, field H. Then tax category, tax underscore category name, category underscore name, that is corresponding to M, channel number M, column number M, not channel, column number M. This is what the data that I have given, and from here I have to select that Excel sheet location. That Excel sheet location is at it's at my documents, and then starting row from 2 to 14. it should be from 2 to 14. Sheet number 1, starting row 2, ending row number 14. Now I will press import. Now Busy has started importing masters from Excel, and all the data corresponding to other particular columns, that is being imported to this computer. Now it is 13 masters imported successfully. There could be some errors. We have to check items randomly for its accuracy. So I have to press enter. I have selected. See, now tax category name has not come. So what I have to do is I have to go to bulk updation, and from there I have to update tax category. Is that tax category GST 18%? Maybe one or two items may be having 12%. That after looking at the item list, I can change that. Yes, grip cover. Item grip cover. Grip cover is now under 12%. Is now under 12% GST. Now after cross checking, I have found some mistakes. To rectify those mistakes, again I will go back to data import and export. I have selected again Excel, and from here I have selected modify existing masters. To modify that, I don't want all the fields available in the Excel column. I need only some one or two fields. Out of that, item name is mandatory. Here I am going to select item name. And then I have to select item opening stock, optional field 1. Here I don't have I don't have any optional field as such. Master configuration, supplier nomenclature, just I will call it as supplier name. See, some products we at Karnataka will call them by some other name, whereas our suppliers at Ludhiana or at Delhi, they will call it with some other name. So I have thought that it would be much easier for any shop if they could have, or if they could handle both the names simultaneously. So for that purpose, I have selected item optional field. Second, I will select only modify masters now. I have removed all the fields that is to be imported from Excel. That is the busy configuration here. Say I want only, no, it is not name SL. Name SL is a mistake. No, name SL you can't do. Name is at 2 to 14, but still without knowingly I am going to do that. It will not support. I have unchecked. I have only checked. Name SL. Now I will have an error message because yes, the field here name SL is not supported. Again it's going to say the same thing, either name or option alias field. So that I will send it back. I will select name only. Yes, item name at A of Excel sheet. Now sheet number 1, column number 2 to 14, they are all being same. quit. Now I have to check, make it sure that everything is fine. Yes, this is the name, supplier nomenclature. That is the name that they call it. Now let us create a query, simple query. Here I have created a shortcut. Control Shift F2 is my favorite shortcut, so that I have created here. Now I'm going to create a query. It can have any name, you can give any name, and in the reports you have to call that particular name, whatever that you have given. It will be coding will be, you can be copying from me, but whereas the name should be optional, you can take it with anything. You can take any name. I'm sorry, I mean to say you can take any name or you can give any name. Now the query is select m2.of1 from master address info as f2. Here see at the top you're not having something because I have not joined this table with here. Now I'm going to join it with master1. left join master1 on master1 dot code is equal to m2 dot master code, where master1 dot master type is equal to 6. This is the query. It is connecting item name along with that item optional field. Now this is the function. Wherever there is item name, that optional field has been now joined. Now what I do is I want to take this to stock status report. So here where master1 dot name is equal to @p1. Why I have written it? इसीलिए मैंने लिखा है क्योंकि master1 टेबल में नेम ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल है, because that master1 name is already available with the stock status table. So I will take that table as an input parameter and for my SQL query I will give this is the parent group. For my SQL query, whatever the name that is available there in the stock status report, I am feeding that stock status report to directly that SQL query by name 1. So that is the meaning of the word @p1. So now I'm going to modify item opening amount. What is this? So this I'm going to slightly modify the result. Import so what has happened is item name has come, tax category has come, group gift, everything has come, but there was no opening stock amount. So that's why now the stock status report should show now it is showing the quantity. This is what the correction has done now. Now see, I'm going to add a custom column, a custom format there. My custom format name is being new design. Here my header is supplier nomenclature. Simply I will call supplier name, but it doesn't mean that it is not the name of the supplier. क्योंकि that is the name at Delhi or the name at Ludhiana. This is the name with the people, what do they call for this particular item. There at Ludhiana they are calling it by some other name. Earlier also in my videos I have told Walkotter if you call here in Karnataka, and at Ludhiana they call Walkotra. Query number is 1, input parameters F1, that means F1 is nothing but the name present in the stock status report will be fed to my query. So the name is represented by F1 over there. So this is what we got at is the purchase name at seat metal plate TVS Suzuki, metal seat plate Suzuki, speedometer box Honda, SM box Honda, petrol tank cap Honda. Simply they call tank cap Honda. That's all. Very simple. Like that. There are few other names. अब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. एक इनवॉइस डालते हैं यहाँ पे. पार्टी कोई नाम. अभी एक नाम लेते हैं. I'm going to select some name. Malnad Agro Works. Okay. He is a sundry debtor. Address Koyapur Road, Tirthalli, Shivamogga District, Karnataka State. State name being Karnataka. It is unregistered party. Just a normal customer, that's all. It's a workshop. See, I'm going to make certain bills. CB lever set Radut XLT, clutch shoe Kinetic Honda ASK on set, then tail lamp cover KB100 DL cover, that's being referred by. Now gear lever Suzuki NV is brand name, and ignition coil as a gear shaft Suzuki NV 1 piece 130 rupees, ignition coil KB100 1 piece. See, petrol tank cap Honda 1 piece, then plug short the 1 piece, speedometer box Honda 1 piece. Then petrol tank cap Honda is already there. ग्रिप कवर 100 cc एक सेट 12 रुपया. अभी इतना होने के बाद आई विल जस्ट क्लिक ऑन अप्लाई टैक्स F4. सो नाउ राउंड ऑफ हैज टेकन प्लेस. नो, राउंड ऑफ हैज नॉट टेकन प्लेस. नाउ आई हैव टू ऐड राउंड ऑफ हियर. voucher configuration, I have to select series. There I am enabling round off. Now round off has been enabled. Now we'll go back to the invoice which was done. This is being the first invoice. Now I'm going to save it. Now round off will automatically take care of all that. So now that is done. Now round off has taken place. Now here I'm going to add now I'm going to move towards invoice design. So that format name is new design. This is the format that I'm going to add now. I want this format to be printed in landscape mode. This is new design, and I want this format to be printed in landscape mode. And yes, it's okay. 57 lines I can take at maximum, because if I take 60 lines, printer will not print the last 2 or 3 lines. So naturally I have to make it 57 lines. Header. Now maximum width of this paper, without selecting any printer style, it will be able to print 147 characters. Now blank space 147, soon after that followed by BLH comma copy. Now I have to go to 21st line, not 21 line, 21st line, and then 23rd line. Then body, I will come back to invoice body. Okay, then I will go to footer, and let us check the print preview. Here it is not possible, I cannot see it properly. Now I have to take any empty bill. Already there is a bill, so there is nothing to print. Now I have to check that for its accuracy. Yes, this is perfect. suitable. See, now you can see the left margin, right margin and the top margin. Bottom margin is different because there is nothing to be printed. So time being there is nothing for printing, that's why that's being seen like that. Now see, अब मुझे क्या करना है? I want to print my invoice in A5 format. I have to 147 divided by 2, it comes to 73.5. We can consider this as 74 also, 73, but I have taken 73.5 into 1.12, that is 88. It will come down to 88. Out of that I have to provide, when I divide the paper into 2 invoices in the landscape bill, then naturally I have to provide one side. It is a must for me to provide margin. So that margin is quarter inch. In 1 inch you can print 12 characters. When it is CPI 12, then it is 1 kilo. So here I am going to explain you. Please watch this carefully. 147 is total uncompressed characters that I can print in landscape mode. Maximum characters it can print by any printer. It can hold. Now half of it, see, 147 by 2. If I want to print A5 in landscape mode, so that it will accommodate more and more item names for printing, so half of it is 73.5. Now let us take it as 73 for safer side, that is for our safety. Then 73 into 1.2 into 1.2. Because from here onwards I want to print every data using CPI12 format. So I can print up to 88 characters instead of 73. Now I can print 88 characters in half of the width of paper. So okay, now we have to, as you know, we have to provide margin at one side, because for right side half portion of the paper, right half portion of the paper, no predefined left margin is available. Now you try to understand, you just see the calculator panel. Cut the paper, you turn the paper, hold it in the A4 landscape board, cut it into 2 pieces. Now in that right side piece you can see the right side margin, but there is no left side margin. Then I have to provide left side margin for the right portion, and right side margin for the left portion. So what you have to do is 10 into 0.25 comes to 3 characters. 88 minus 3, that means I can print 85 characters without any trouble. See, in the Word, Excel, Page Maker, you're going to provide page margins on every corner. That's at left, right, top or bottom. But Busy provides only 2 characters, only 82. See, now I'm going to make an invoice design. I'll come back to new design. Now here, instead of 147, I have to make 85. CPI12 on and CPI12 off I have to make now. Currently I have to make CPI12 on and CPI12 off. This is, I'm going to make a blunder. Yes, now that I understood the mistake, and now I'm going to correct it. CPI12 on and CPI12 off. That's okay. Now I have to copy this line everywhere. So that means yes, that is being copied, paste, and that's being pasted. Now that is being pasted. Okay, there also it is being pasted. CPA tool on and CPA tool off, blank space 85. So instead of that, I'm going to make a amount grand total as 10, BLV comma A, BLV comma A 11. Now I have to take 74 blank space. Okay. Okay, copy. Now I'm going to add box line horizontal BLH comma R. BLH comma R. Now blank space 85, box line horizontal full, CPA tool on, CPA tool off. There I am making it as अब यहाँ पे ऐड कर देता हूँ 67 original header inverse copy type. Now let us check the print preview of the invoice. See, it's all right. It has come as we have planned. अब यहाँ आता हूँ, यहाँ आके न्यू डिज़ाइन इनवॉइस फॉर्मेट में तो इतना तो हो गया। अब होने के बाद अब शुरू कर देता हूँ अगला डिज़ाइन में CPA टूल ऑन, CPA टूल ऑफ। यहाँ लेता हूँ मैं GST समरी विदाउट HSN कोड, विदाउट HSN कोड वो तो ले लिया। यहाँ तो 70 कर देता हूँ। अब मैं आपको हिंदी में बोल रहा हूँ इसीलिए कि थोड़ा सा आदमी को इससे आगे अभी मेरा कोडिंग शुरू हो जाता है। वो कोडिंग सीखने के लिए अब ₹8, C वो लेफ्ट ले लिया, वो कोई बात नहीं। ओके, नाउ अमाउंट इन वर्ड्स, हियर आई एम गोइंग टू टेक अमाउंट इन वर्ड्स 78, 86 हो गया। So now I have to make it 85. So 7 plus 78, the total with the total number of the characters that could be printed is being 85. So now I have set it to 85. Now it has been set to 85. यहाँ तो 85 कैरेक्टर के लिए सेटिंग हो गया। It's okay now. Let us move ahead. Blank space here. Box line horizontal comma full. So copy that, and in the page carry over information I'm just going to paste that. So everywhere that is being pasted now, I have saved it. Now let us check it in the print preview. This is what we are seeing, because see here in the footer, again I have changed it. Now let us check our bill. in print preview. Let us check the print preview. This is what we have seen now. Right now, see, this is at left half of the A4 sheet in the print preview. Then I will be pushing it towards the right. अब ये तो लेफ्ट हाफ में दिख रहा है, मैं अब इसको राइट हाफ को पुश कर देता हूँ. बॉडी में आता हूँ, यहाँ CP8 ऑन, CP8 on, then CP8 off. Now I can print only 85 characters. First I am going to select, yes, amount before tax. I will be providing 10 characters. It is 12. Then something, I think, BLV, IA. I think I made a mistake. It should have been 10, but I unfortunately, unknowingly, I have taken it as 12. It is my routine practice to take 12, so I have taken it as 12. Still I could not recognize that mistake. Anyway, in the future steps, while checking the alignment, I may come across this mistake. 68, 71. Okay, let us check with the print preview. Somehow at some portion I may be coming across this. It is all right. Now you see there is 12 and then 10, 1388, that vertical line and that and this vertical is, they are not matching. Because of having made a mistake, I have realized that mistake. Now see, still at this moment I cannot understand that. So grand total is 10. Now again I have to come back and I have to set the total amount before tax total to be 10. But unfortunately, even at this moment, I could not do that. Again, right now I am checking at this moment. Here, oh, what a mistake I made. Okay. Even in the print preview, even now also, still I am finding the offset. Again, I will go back. Now I found, I think, that is 85. Here, that is 10. Now I have found my mistake, and now this should be 70. No, not 70, 68, 72, 73, 70. Yes, blank space should be 70. Okay, now everything will be matching. Now my entire concept is perfect. This entire concept is perfect now. Now after that, see, this is now perfect. Here I am going to select item name with 22 characters. I am fixing my width to 22 characters. Whatever that is exceeding 22 characters, to split that I am using line 1. See here, hashtag, that is copy, paste, blank space 47. Okay, anything exceeding 41 should come appear in the line second. Say item name, when that is exceeding more than 22 characters, only I can now at this moment I can print up to 22 characters. Anything more than that 22 characters would be shifting to second line. That is, I'll be calling that by item name by hashtag single quote L2 single quote, then number of characters as 22 in the second line. Similarly, I'll be pushing exceeding item name, that is the longest item name more than 44 characters, that will bring to the third line. That is what I will be doing in future. 30. That is fixed to 30. There I am going to print unit. Here I am going to print item unit. with 5 characters, then BLB comma A, paste, then quantity 24, then quantity. Here I'm going to print quantity in the sense just quantity. Maybe if you select alternative item, even then if you, in that case, if you select alternative item, then alternative item will come. If you select main item, that will main item will come, only provided if you select quantity. Then 7 space 17, okay, 17. Then now I have to provide it's okay. Now I have to provide purchase rate, business code negotiable, that is the purchase code against each item. I have to print now purchase code against, purchase code means that is the purchase rate in coded form of alphanumerical, no, not alphanumerical, only alpha form, alphabet form. Now here I am going to print HSN code, item HSN code. Now I am printing, I want to print here HSN code. I have taken 10 space here, then BLB comma A, then I'll be left with 6 blank characters. That 6 blank characters I would be using to print item purchase rate in every shop's business code format. See, now I'll be left with a blank space of 6. The third column is blank now. Fourth column is being HSN code. Fourth column is being HSN code. Here I will just write, so that's all right. Enter. Yes, that is entered. Here at the top one I will write taxable, first line. Second line I will remove that s.n. That's all. Bold or after taxable, okay, need not be after first line, you can provide it at the third line. That means anything from second line to third line, every character will be printed boldly. Now let us check that at new design. See now everything has been printed with bold letters. Everything printed with bold letters. Now we'll come back. With respect to item body characters that I have taken, similarly, now I will select print if any. What do you mean by that print if any? It is just like item description if any. If there is something, it will print. Otherwise, a blank line will not appear. Third line will be getting printed in the place of second line. Now the second line I cannot see there, CPI total on, then I have taken blank space 4, because that 3 is the 3 characters needed for serial number, then 1 character for vertical line. When I use that print if any, then I cannot use that BLB comma A. Abdicate for L2, L3. I have provided a provision for L2 and L3. Again I will press that print if any. I will select that CPI total on, then blank space 4. Here I am going to select item description if any for 22 characters. So I will continue it 3 more times. I will copy paste it 3 more times for description number 2, description number 3 and description number 4. So by doing that, again I am copy pasting for item description if any for third. Now again copy pasted item description 4 if any. अगर है तो प्रिंट हो जाएगा, नहीं तो नहीं होएगा, बस. Now Let us check invoice print preview. See now, see the second line in the first item, there's a second line. See, nowhere else. Now we are seeing the print preview. Now I am going to press Ctrl Shift F2. Here I am going to type any query with any name. PUC. That should not have any meaning at all. Just whatever you want to type, you can type. Select m2.d2 from master one as m2, where m2 dot master type is equal to 6 up. So what I have done for the master one table, I have replaced the name by m2. So now what I am going to do is, I am just using a function called rtrim m2.d2. so after doing that rtrim, I will be losing those .00 lines. Then I will use a function called replace. Writing capital letter, small letter doesn't make any difference, comma. Now I will use single quote, comma 1, because whenever you write with anything within single quotes, that will be treated as a string. I would like to replace that string. Now I have to use a function called cast as varchar. The conversion could be done in 3 or 4 methods. Alphanumerical coding and converting that alphanumerical coding could also be done by using convert function, substring, concat. By using even that even by using all that, it is possible to do that. Now I have to put a comma. Watch it carefully. Now type a single quote, then type 2, then single quote, close, then comma as a. Okay. Bracket close, that is parenthesis close. Now write. Wherever there is 2, that is replaced by a. Again I will use replace function. See, watch my screen carefully. Again I will use replace. I could have used translate function also. NAK. This is depending upon the shop's code. You can have your own shop code. Then bracket close. Yes, K. Now everything got replaced. If you do not use cast function, you will have an invalid use of null value. That error you will have. So you have to use that cast function very carefully. You have to use m2.d2, that you can compare that value. It should be replaced by m2.d4. See, you have to replace that value by m2.d4. d2 is not that purchase value. This is that value. Okay, now again use replace function. Now you have to repeat that replace function up to 0. You find 0, replace, comma, single quote. Now NAKO, O, comma 4, comma 4 to be replaced by O, capital O. Then bracket close as varchar. Now wherever there is 4, that is now replaced by NAKO. KO. Then again I have to use replace function. Replace, comma. Watch that. No, it is gone wrong. A full stop has come before 5. That is not working. See, it has given error. It has again given error. See, that full stop shouldn't have come. So yes, now I got that. I fixed that error now. Right now you will be watching NAKO. So wherever that is 5105, see NAO NOD for 105. Now it has come as NOD. Similarly, whatever the code you have at your shop, you can adopt that code. Now replace. Here again I'm using replace function. Now 6 to be replaced. Whatever that comes with within the single quote, that will be treated as string. Now 6 to be replaced by B. I could have used even translate function also instead of replace. Translate will also do the same job. Even for conversion of integers to text, that is string, that is for your shop's business code, I can even use convert function and then substring function. Then substring function, even conversion is possible, but in that case, by using case statement, I may need to write some 6-7 times. I have to mention the value in that replace function, but whereas not in that replace function, in that cast case, convert case, this case is much easier. This is little bit easier. Of course, my friend Agarwal Saree Center has guided me regarding this video, particularly in this case. Actually, I was using that convert function and then substring function and then concat function. It was a little lengthier process, but he guided me, and I have to say a sincere thanks to Agarwal Saree Center, my friend at NU, that is NCR. Now everything done. My Nakod Beru code has been done. It is fully satisfied. Now Nakod 0 is replaced by U. With that my Nakod Beru code fully completed. Now everything, whatever that the NUD, see, you can check now. 8 has come with E, 140 has come with NOU. So everything changed now. Now I have now what is remaining is I have to take this in billing. I have to take this in billing. Now I will inner join tran2. I will inner join. Now I will inner join tran2 table on tran2 dot master code 1 is equal to m2 dot code. m2 dot code where m2 dot code is equal to, now parenthesis or left parenthesis on, select tran2 dot master code 1 from tran2. See, हम ये हाई स्कूल में मैथमेटिक्स में एक लॉ पढ़ते थे, इफ a is equal to b then b is also equal to a. ये वही है. अब जाके मैं tran2 टेबल से भी ये प्रिंट कर सकता हूँ, मास्टर वन टेबल से भी प्रिंट कर सकता हूँ, क्योंकि मास्टर वन टेबल का जो कोड है वो दैट इज इक्वल टू द tran2 टेबल्स मास्टर कोड 1. सो दो भी सेम ही है. सी नाउ ये कंडीशन को कहते हैं कि कॉन्वर्स इज आल्सो ट्रू. वो जो 10th स्टैंडर्ड 8th स्टैंडर्ड मैथमेटिक्स में ट्रायंगल से ऐसा कुछ सारा मैथमेटिक्स प्रॉब्लम्स में एक आता था, व्हेन LHS becomes RHS the converse will be true. एक ऐसा ही आता था. Similarly it's like that. If A is equal to B then B is also equal to A. That is called associative law. Now okay, now everything, whatever the data I have there, after joining that with the tran2 table, everything from master 1 table will be converted to master 2 table. See, what is it? m2.d2 is nothing but our purchase rate. Whenever the purchase rate changes, just go to particular item, change it. Otherwise there is an option in Visivin, so that option that will directly pick the sales rate, that is the purchase rate from your vouchers, and it will change that value in your item master's purchase price. That feature is also there. See that what I have done in my body is I have taken that query that is having the name of PUC, now allowed it for printing. I have set it for printing. Now let us check the print preview. If everything is perfect, then according to the codes it has to come. See, ये wholesale में क्या होता है, ये हमारा purchase rate है. Depending upon the purchase rate and depending upon the party, I can reconvert my invoice. अब जो रेट हमने डाला है, ये रेट को हम बाद में पार्टी देख के ज़्यादा भी कर सकता है या कम भी कर सकता है. BCN मीन्स बिजनेस कोड नेगोशिएबल्स. बिजनेस कोड नेगोशिएबल आप नेगोशिएट कर सकता है. now I have pressed Ctrl Shift F2. Again pressed Ctrl Shift F2. No, it's not getting opened. So I'll go to display here. Here I'm going to press Ctrl Shift F2. Okay, now I have to write a query. TVS. Any name you can give. Name can be anything. Here I'm going to write select tran1 dot date from tran1 where tran1 dot voucher type is equal to 9. tran1 dot voucher type is equal to 9. इसका मतलब सारा सेल्स वोचर का बिलिंग डेट. Now I will use a function called end of month. This end of month is a function that's available only in EC and SC versions. So I am here using EC version. My backend data is being stored at SQL Express. You see here end of month tran1.8 comma -1. See here I have written as -1. End of month function will be coming with a default value of 0. You can mention as -1 for the previous month and +1 for the next month, preceding month. That now end of month function that is not in Indian format. To get converted into Indian format, I have to mention it as date time. Cast end of month function as date time. Now here again in the second, here cast as date time. Capital letter, small letter doesn't make any difference, but there should not be any gap. Whatever that I have written here on the screen, same should be written. See, now you can see the previous month and the current month. Now I will again use date add function. Now I will use date add function and add one date. Date add and comma dd comma 1 comma this date. Now here goes that parenthesis. Now this gives me the current present date, that is the beginning date of this current month. Whenever you make a billing, so now you got the first date and the last date period. That is the beginning of the month and the end of the month. So both dates I got now. It is true for every month, and where tran1 dot voucher code is equal to @ voucher code. That means whatever the invoice that is open on your desktop and that what you are going to print it, the same will be printed. मतलब क्या है, अगर जो सेल बिल आपको ओपन है अभी प्रिंटिंग के लिए आप भेज रहे हैं, उसी इनवॉइस का वो सारा डाटा वहाँ से उठा लेता है. सो नाउ व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, नाउ हियर आई एम गोइंग टू मेंशन एज beginning of the date and then end of the date of the current month. For the loyalty point calculation, just I'm going to mention it as starting date ends on a loyalty point calculation ends on when it's going to ends on that. I will use that function TVS. Now row number is being 1 but column number shall be 2. TVS semicolon, row is equal to 1 semicolon, column is equal to 2. You may ask me, where do you get all this data? I get all the data from the help. Please read the help. Please type data manipulation. Then in the search index, you please type data manipulation, and in the data manipulation, Busy has explained you point to point starting date. Yes, 14. Here also I will be setting it to 14. Now column will be 1. PUC will be the column, ATIC date. Now column shall be 1. Now let us check the print preview. अब जो पार्टी का वोचर होता है और जो बिलिंग डेट पे डिपेंड होके वो कोई भी मंथ होने दो, वही महीना अब स्टार्टिंग डेट एंड एंडिंग डेट विल बी प्रिंटेड ऑटोमेटिकली. See now you can, no, that is copy paste, that's a copy paste error, and I'm going to rectify that copy paste error. No, it is not copy paste error, that column should be 1, but here I think it's mentioned as 2. Row is equal to 1, column is equal to, see, yes, correct, that is the paste error. Now that should be, column should be equal to 1. Now I'm going to save it. After saving that, let us check print preview. And in the print preview, now you can clearly see that starting date is 1/4/2024 and the ending date is being 30/4/2024, because my billing date is being covered only in this month. As such, अब यहाँ आता हूँ, यहाँ आके कंट्रोल शिफ्ट F2 दबा दिया. दबा के अब मुझे क्वेरी पे जाना है. यहाँ आई एम गोइंग टू ऐड वन मोर क्वेरी, that is PART. I'm just going to write it as part. Select, caps lock, select star from tran1, where tran1.voucher type is equal to 9. I have something in my mind that I will explain you later. No, that cannot be like that. Where tran1, no, I don't want that voucher amount base car, I don't want that. Voucher type is being 9. I want to view all the data from tran1 table. Okay, now press yes. This is here tran1.voucher VCH sale per dot AMT, PURC AMT. There I want to see tran1 dot VCH. I don't want that. See, tran1 sale SALE PURC AMT. That's what I wanted, but I have to search and check down here. tran1 dot so I have selected that field, copied and pasted over here. This is my taxable amount. What I'm going to do, my loyalty point means it should be multiplied by 2%. R trim, here I'm going to make R trim. So soon after doing that R trim, I want to print that points, see, for printing the points, all this calculation that I'm doing it only for printing the points, cached as varchar as into, what is that I'm going to do? I'm just removing that cached function. Now it is to be multiplied by into 2 divided by 100. Divided by 100. Okay, entire answer. Now entire multiplication done. Whatever the multiplication done, that should be divided by 2. Now I am going to get only 2 digit as 23, comma, okay. Whenever this is giving an error, so I have to change it down to, it's okay. Now it is 23. Now this is what we have seen. Now I am going to take this for printing, and where tran1 dot voucher code is equal to @voucher code. But that's all. And query type will be voucher header inventory. Okay, now this is, I'm going to print it, I'm going to use this for printing at the header as voucher wise loyalty point. Okay, I am copying over that, just copying and pasting over my selection. Okay, one more I have got down. See here, and in the third line, just printing it as invoice points. That means the point gained only on this invoice. Copy, paste. Here I'm going to mention it as a loyalty point that I do gain on this invoice. And then in the last line, that query name is B. One minute, I have forgotten the query name. Parts. Yes, no, it is not parts, I think. Part. It is not parts, it is just part. I'm just going to save it now. So now every invoice wise I'm going to get loyalty point. That is taxable amount 1117 into 2%. देखिए, अगर ये कैश पेमेंट करता है बंदा को मैंने, तो कुछ मुझे तो क्या करना था, उसको सीडी देना था. वही सीडी का जो है यहाँ पे लिया हूँ मैं, बस. अब आगे बढ़ते हैं, यहाँ से आगे बढ़ के यहाँ लेता हूँ लॉयल्टी पॉइंट. तो हो गया. Now I will remove that word what you see here on the screen as ending date. That will be total loyalty points. So here I have to use a different query. I have to write down a new query, and that I'll be writing and explaining you what are the steps involved. That it will. अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. See here, now I'm going to press Ctrl Shift F2. See, I don't want to use that B2B query, that is using case statement, and it will be a lengthy process. Instead, I'm going to write a query by name Kannada, K-A-N-N-A-D-A. That's my mother tongue language. Here I'm going to write select. You can give any name, doesn't matter that I should give same name. Here I'm going to write it as select tran1.vch sale PURC, or remove that, tran1 dot date from tran1 where tran1 dot voucher type is equal to 9. Now I'm going to execute this query. Query type is direct SQL. So this is giving me the invoice dates. I have many invoices now. I have put some 4 or 5 invoices in different months and for the different parties. End of month, tran1 dot date comma -1, that gives me previous month last date. Now I have to convert that into regular date format using cast function. Cast as date time. That's a date time is a function that gives me the converted value to our present date. So now I have to again use date add function, comma end of month function, comma tran1 dot date, comma 0. This is what I am going to write. That query returns me the current, that means I mean to say that present date. Now again here I have to use cast function as date time. You can write it in capital letter, small letter, doesn't matter. It is case insensitive depending upon our server collation. Yes. Now here I am going to add what is called a date add function. Again I have to use date add function. I am going to add one date to the previous month's last date. That will give me the first date. That means I mean to say beginning date of any month that is used in invoice billing. So you can check, 1/8, 31/8, 1/5, 31/5, 1/4, 34. This is right now. It's okay. Now here I'm going to write sum of tran 1 dot vch sale purcamt, then parenthesis, right, parenthesis close, from tran 1 where tran 1 dot ojo type is equal to 9, no it's 9 and tran 1 dot date greater than the first or equal to first date of the month. Wherever you have done the invoice, that is belonging to the first date of the month. And here then again I'm going to mention that as and tran 1 dot date is less than or equal to end. I have to remove that comma. No, okay, comma removed. Now it's okay, save. I'm going to save it. After saving, again I'm just altering my query. That's what you are seeing on the screen, where tran1 dot master code 1 is equal to select tran1 dot master code 1 from tran1. I am saying little faster than what I am being typing here on the screen. Select tran1 dot master code 1 from tran1, where tran1 dot voucher code is equal to @ voucher code, voucher code then and tran1 dot voucher type is equal to 9. But that's all. I'm going to close that right parenthesis. Still there is an error. I will be having error on my screen whenever I'm going to print it. I'll be facing an error because of extra lines I didn't remove. Now here I'm going to mention it as number. That name is whatever that name I gave there, Kannada. Yes, of course, Kannada 16.2. Now I will be having an error message. I'll tell you why. If I'm going to check the print preview, okay, Balachandra Mechanic, if I go to, it is on in the month of May. Now if I go to check it, I'll be having an error message. Yes, surely error message, because see, that is the fifth line, is the fifth line. Again I'll be having error message 1 2. Okay, quickie essential. Okay. That's okay. But here see again error message. Error message is due to fifth line or sixth. See, and see 1 2 3. There was a mistake, code mistake. See here, tran1 dot greater than above that line and tran1 dot voucher type is equal to 9, and that is actually voucher type is equal to 9 and again and again. See there also again and again we made a mistake. Again see, now at the last line from tran1, that's also again a mistake. So I have to remove that mistake. Now I'm reading the code line by line. Okay, but still there's a mistake at the last line. That is not needed. See, just you imagine something and you just imagine the data flow according to the path that data should be flowing from one table to your printed report. See, now I got the correct answer. But अब प्रिंट प्रीव्यू में से आगे बढ़ते हैं. यहाँ के देखते हैं 2110. यह तो आंसर आ गया. ठीक है. अब इस आंसर को टू बी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 2%. This is what the request that party has asked from me. Now everything to be multiplied by 0.002, then it should be rounded off to 0 digit. That means I want full integral, I want full integer. So now we can see that here in this has come down to 42. Particularly in this month, Balachandra Mechanic has his total purchase and invoice based purchase also being printed at the line number 3, and then that's in the form of loyalty point, and then total points corresponding to this particular month depending upon your voucher date that has been printed Okay, L. Okay, L. Now saved. Okay, now saved. From here, saved. Header, I don't think it's not needed to make any much changes, but still I go back and I'll again look at it. Here I would like to print in the form of what I'm just thinking to print it in the form of text. Kannada, that is (85 minus 21), 64. That is 64, and I would like to print that hashtag W. Result of the query, that is the number. Now that will be printed in the form of text. Point will be printed in the form of text. Now it will be printing as 42 points, I think. 42 only, yes. Total points, particularly on this month, that is 1 5 to 31 5. Your total points is being 42. Right, this is done now. Okay, now how this has been done and how that has to be redeemed now, that is the next portion. This is what is being done now. Okay, now 11, and in the month of 8th month, that is of Malnad Agro Works, that is the party, that's of 8th month, that is for 8th month, 1/8, starting date is 1/8. See, now date process has completely become automatic. So whatever the invoice date, depending upon that invoice date, the starting date and ending date of that month will be printed from the SQL server. Now let us go to target variance. Here already we have one target, that is April 2024. According to the target amount is set to 0. That is at target configuration. Here I will show you back again in the next part of the video within 1 or 2 minutes. After 1 or 2 minutes we shall be moving forward to that part of the video, how I have created that target variance. So now this is just being simple. Just encache that one voucher has been posted, so for that particular over that particular portion of the time for that month. Now you can check here, Malnad Agro Works, nothing, amount is nothing, 0, because there is no transaction for that particular party. Now I'm going to select all the parties during month of May. Again I have to go back here, sundry debtors, and here I'm going to, in this part of the video we are going to see how I have used that and how I have redeemed. See, Malnad Agro Works, that what you saw in the earlier video, so that has been posted now. अब रिडीम तो हो गया. यह तो क्या हो गया, आपका जो पेमेंट था वो रिडीम होके 1364.6 is, I would have rounded off that to near 1 rupee. आपको 24 पॉइंट्स वहाँ तो मिल गया था. अब यहाँ पे सेल्स पे आता हूँ, यहाँ पे मैं एक ऐड कर देता हूँ. आई एम गोइंग टू ऐड वन मोर, so I cannot edit once if it is done. When there is a transaction, once one transaction is being done on that, so I cannot remove that transaction. So it's okay, not done. I'm going to add one more. Target is May 2024. Any target you can add, any name you can give, and it's party wise. I should have given date range. Again I'll go back, I will select ये टारगेट डेफिनेशन तो थोड़ा ठीक नहीं है मेरा यहाँ पे. अब आगे बढ़ते बढ़ते ही आपको समझाएगा. समझाता हूँ. I will go back here. I'm going to here for the month of April. Here party group wise and over date. No, not day. I'm going to periodicity. I want date, and then I want percentage. I want only one slab, but that's enough. That's enough for me, because see, party group sundry debtor and for all the parties, for all the parties, target amount is 0. Anything greater than 0, I'm going to give him 2%, because see, I'm collecting everywhere. I'm collecting cash from everywhere, so there's no question of giving any credit for anyone. And at the same time here I'm going to select the month of March. So all parties, no, it is not like that. It is for the group of the parties, one party group, that is sundry debtor, and here starting date is being 1/5. Since I have selected date range, periodicity, at periodicity I have selected date range, so it will give me a date range. That's an added advantage. See, there's only one party, sundry debtor, and if you click that, only Balachandra Mechanic has done it, and only for his group just I'm pressing F4. Here I will go back. That shouldn't need it, but still I'll go back here. No, that's okay. That's okay. I was planning to delete that, but it's okay. If you want, you can add one more. May 2024 for A. So I was not satisfied with that, and you can have anything. Date range and with the percentage. Yeah, it is party wise. I'm going to select party wise. Target amount is 0, incentive 2. There actually for anything that was just needed, but here for someone who are facing confusions, so for those parties, this is I'm going to save. Okay, they have not put any general voucher. It's actually by selecting sundry debtor group, party group wise, it was correct, but in this particular case I shouldn't have taken it, but unfortunately I have taken it. It is a tedious process. I could have taken that party group wise. It's okay. Sundry debtor 1/5, and again date is 31/5. I'll be having 2, and there is no target. There is no variance for Malnad Agro. So here you can select also here. Okay, that has been posted. If I press Alt L and if I check Malnad Agro Works, no, it is Balachandra. See, it is Malnad Agro Works doesn't have any incentive for the month of 5, and here in the Balachandra Mechanic, if I check it, see, he has got 42.20 incentive. That is target redeemed. Now I'll add one more target, that is of August 2024. You can give any name, and even during the festival time also you can do it, and you can redeem it. Or date range, select date range and then select percentage, so it will come. Even why I have selected party wise is, see, I cannot give. There are some parties who do run under credit, who do business with us with credit. So for those parties, it is not necessary for me to provide them any loyalty points. It's only for the parties who are making cash business with me. That's why I selected party wise. I may be having 100 or 200 parties, but for all 200 parties, it is not necessary for me to give, because I'm going to give that loyalty points only for the parties who make cash transaction with me. So now I am going to select target variance that I added to my favorite. No, I added not my favorite. That is how I added to favorites. Target category is selected. Now date range, I'm going to select it as 1/8 to 31/8. Just print 31/8. That's enough. That will be taking the financial year, date and date range. See, now you can see only one mechanic has done. So now all parties done. Now 31/8, only one general. See, अभी redeem हो गया. अब party का no, I actually for this business I never needed any additional. I can select over any date range or any festival and any number of parties, maybe one party or the group of the parties, that doesn't matter. That does not matter. Now if I check with print preview, the same thing is going to appear over there.